Okay, so I am playing Zoombinis, and this was a game that I played when I was pretty young. I was in like elementary school or middle school, and it just had a really catchy name, and it's like Headworms because the sound effects were just. It's a pretty gnarly old educational style game, and honestly, how many people are going to be interested, I don't know, but it just cracked me up, so I had to revisit it. And frankly, it's like an inside joke with my family. You know, every time I bring it up, everybody knows what it is. And I played it with some kids at the time up the street, and that was like the only interaction I really had with them, other than seeing them at school. And then we never really hung out or anything. But I had this on the PC, and it's 1996 Broderbund software, and Turk, Terc, Turk, or whatever, however you spell it or pronounce it. So it has a simple background image, and it's got simple animation on there. And the Zoombinis are basically like lemming kind of things mixed with Smurfs, and they have legs or kind of like auto mechanical parts, kind of like cyborgs, but they're not. They're actually organic life forms, but they move around differently. So they have legs, some of them, like two legs. None of them have arms, really. One of them has a helicopter propeller. Some of them have two eyes, some of them have one eye. And then they have either bicycles or skates that they can go around. And, you figure the ones with the skates probably have legs, too. Well, they do have legs. They probably just have feet, but they're just wearing skates instead of shoes. But, obviously I put way too much thought into this game. It's just a silly PC game. But I wanted to play a little bit just to kind of relive old memories of this. They're not really super fantastic memories, but they're definitely there. I think out of every game I've played, this is one of the most bizarre, surreal games, so I think of it kind of often because I don't know what the person that made it was on. It was probably either a lot of caffeine or something more nefarious to be this creative. So, let's finish this intro and then get started.
Had taken over everything. Stealing profit.
Yeah, so as far as I remember, you have missions to kind of help the Zoombinis go through certain areas, and you basically need to help them solve puzzles. And they're pretty stupid, as you can see. They just kind of, do their thing. This is a long intro. I don't know, should I play this whole thing or should I skip it? It's just me. Why am I'm talking to myself? It's really funny, playing these games. Like, if you're playing solo, it's kind of an interesting experience just talking. I know people are listening and everything, but... So, I'm still waiting for the game to start. Still got the intro. And there's a loading screen. Here we go. Alright. So I guess I create my my Zoombini now. Blue. Okay, I'll stick with that here. And then I'll give this one legs. And it just lets... Okay, so I got one. Whoa. And I don't know if I feel like doing that again, so I'm going to roll the dice. And I got Mr. Terminator Motorcycle Zoombini. Roll the dice. Got Sleepy Roller Skatey Zoombini. Roll the dice. I got the Velma Zoombini. Roll the dice. How many of them did I have to create? So I created like the most normal one in the front, and then the other ones are like freaks. You got that one looks like a duck, like Howard the Duck, just because the orange nose. So I gotta send this to my brother. He's gonna be like, what the... He's probably forgot. Man, that was so long ago that I played this. And the animation's like so simple. Alright. How many do I have to make? I don't really feel like making that many. I'm already complaining I just started. It's not a good sign. I used to play anything as a kid. Like, seriously anything. It's not a good thing either. You know, I didn't want to go to basketball practice, but I would play like any game that I could possibly get my hands on. So silly. I'll revisit some of them too as I put stuff on my channel. You know, it's funny. I had somebody. I usually get pretty nice comments. You know, especially now that I'm getting a little better at what I'm doing. But I'm still not where ultimately where I'd like to be. But somebody said, "Oh, okay, now I'm done. I can't make any more." All right. So I'm gonna just take the arrow, and then they're gonna get on their little boat, and we're gonna go wreak havoc. So, okay, so now the Zoombinis are like going on a perilous journey. One thing I have to say, I do like the background.
Reach the shore of a peculiar land.
So, I had somebody say, they were like, you know, YouTube comments, it gets picked up. Like, really nasty comments get filtered out. I have that setting on. And typically everybody's really nice. There's a couple of zingers. One, it was like, okay, loser, why don't you make your own stuff? Because I did a Cinemassacre review. And while I totally understand that, I was just like, okay, so you clearly haven't seen that 90% of my channel is basically other stuff. But, you know, what's the point of arguing with people like that? Okay, so what do I do here? So I want this, I gotta get this thing across. Okay. I'm gonna like rotate it because I don't want, oh, what the? Okay, I don't want it to, so I think stuff happens. I remember this, like, nefarious forces affect your Zoombinis, and you want to get all of them across. I can't remember if any of them can die. Okay, so that thing's gonna do something. That little face. Uh-oh. Get across, get across, get across. No! So, oh, then you lose like one of your sticks. Okay, so I want to go here. Man, it's like it's finicky. Okay. Yeah, because I don't want to get that guy to sneeze on me again. Klagu. So I didn't name any of them. They just kind of have their own names. They're not very social. They're just like sitting there. Okay. Uh-oh. That one's waking up. No! That stinks. Alright. Come on. So it's really just chance. Seriously, that's all it is. It's just chance. I remember in the 90s, I was in Boy Scouts, and one of the den leader's son, we were friends for a while, and then a couple things happened, and we kind of stopped hanging out. What really happened, though, was we would go over there, and we would play, like, he had, at the time, CD-ROM. This was in Southern California. It was, like, a big thing. You know, he had a CD-ROM, and that was so cool. I had a Super Nintendo at the time, but he had a CD-ROM, and so, you know, after school, or on the weekends, we would do scouting stuff, and sometimes his dad would be like, we're not going to do scouting stuff today, you guys are just going to play video games. And I used to think that was awesome, you know, because he had Doom on his PC. So we would play Doom, and, like, he would show me, he was pretty good, and, you know, he'd be like, using a shotgun, taking out enemies, all that stuff. And so then my dad was like, yeah, you know, we're gonna switch troops. And he didn't say why, but, you know, of course I figured it out. And then the blood was kind of bad after that, because they were like, oh, you're leaving? But it's like, well, you know, when you're doing something academic, it's probably not good to play Doom. But I just remember he had a CD-ROM, and that was like the cool... Oh no, so if you go in the same place twice, then he sneezes again. But I had seriously the most fun just going over there, and it was like playing stuff I couldn't play. I was too young, and then one time I went over there, and he played like Demon Knight and Crypt Keeper, and I just had nightmares. That was such a cheesy movie. Oh no. Oh no, so half of my Zoombinis didn't make it. Oh no. So what's gonna happen now? So is the game over, like basically over when you lose all your Zoombinis? No, these ones are stuck. That stinks. Oh well. I don't know if there's a way to beat that. So,
These stone
the big, the bad, and the hungry. Okay, so this one is like a big rock face, and they want pizza. I remember that one.
one guard won't allow. The other
But yeah, and I remember a lot of those movies in the 90s that I would get scared of, they were just so cheesy. You know, you look back on them, like practical effects were really bad, and the story was corny, and it was just so stupid. But as a kid, I was like just horrified, you know, oh my gosh, they're gonna get me, you know. So, okay. So this, all it is really just random chance going up different. Okay, so I'm gonna take Howard the Duck, Uwak Roddy. I can't even say it. And they're gonna.
Nice
Oh.
try.
Okay, so that one. Okay, so that one didn't let me. Can I go up this way?
Nope.
Oh, that one's a dick. Pardon my language. Alright.
You'll do.
Okay, so he didn't do anything. Oh, he doesn't want you to go up twice. Okay, up. Nope. So I was visiting family, and my nephew was talking about video games, and he was like, yeah, I like Fortnite, Roblox. Oh no.
Must be selective about our clients.
Fortnite, so I probably have to go up the middle there. Fortnite, Roblox, that kind of stuff. And then my aunt was like, oh, you play old games? Like, nobody's going to watch that. Especially kids.
have a good time.
You know, I try to keep my language to a minimum, though, just to make sure that people don't get offended. And it's, even though I don't set it for kids, I'm pretty cognizant about that. I try to make it kind of even keel for everybody, because I know parents will complain, like their kids will be watching something and then they'll literally like they'll put you on report. It's a risk. So I feel like you know, some streamers probably just have like really raw language, which affects some of their audience. But it's funny because, and this isn't streaming, this is just I'm recording this and then posting it, but
Well, why not?
it's funny because I play stuff that interests me, and if it's a really super old game that nobody's ever seen before, okay, I did that before,
Wrong way.
that nobody's seen before, I get kind of a kick out of that, because then people are like, oh my gosh, I've never heard of that. You know, wow. So this one, I don't think you lose your Zoombinis, I think it just takes forever.
Bye-bye.
I really should have been practicing soccer or something instead of playing this junk when I was a kid. Okay, so I'm going to try going the same way. All this is memorization. It reminds me of the CDI. Like the graphics.
You're okay.
This one in the middle is kind of a jerk. I wonder if she's going to knock him down. Yeah, like she won't let anybody up there.
Away you go.
Huh.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Step right up.
The only way you can tell if it's male or female is the hair and the eyes. Like the women have the kind of bodacious eyeliner, and then the guys are just... They've got like kind of eyelashes too, but they're kind of more frumpy and like bored looking. I don't know. I always thought the Zoombinis were kind of. I kind of want to do a Mythos review on these things, just to, if there is something like that. It could have been a one-time game Broderbund made, and they were like, yeah, not sure why we did that. You know, won't do it again because, you know, experimental thing. But the characters are, I don't know. It's just interesting. They're really simple, but. I am Mydra, or Madra, whatever her name is. Okay, so is this one gonna knock me down again? So you can't go to the top at all! Oh, look at that, it like totally screwed up and you couldn't see the sprite. Alright, up we go. And you can't go the, okay, so you basically just have to go in the middle. It's kind of boring. Oh! I could just leave two of them. I don't want to do that. I already lost a ton of Zoombinis at the last, I bet it's this side. At the last one. Oh yeah, look at that. Everyone was excited. The spring one. I'd rather have legs and two eyes if I were a Zoombini. I mean, having... I think the ones that get a bad deal are the Cyclops ones, and then if you've got like the... Definitely... Well, the propeller you can probably fly. That's kind of cool. But the ones that have like the motorcycle or... I don't know. I'm overthinking this. Okay, so now I'm going to the pizza place. The Big Bad and the Hungry.
One very hungry pizza troll.
And that was a really far... away island. I mean, that map is not to scale at all. Just look at the look how far that body of water was. Oh wait, no, they took the boat over there, and then oh, never mind. Maybe it is to scale. These are like Viking lemmings. Okay, so now I make pizza, and oh, this is so crazy. It's like riding a bike. It totally came back. So this little curmudgeon here is hungry, and you have to feed him pizza. Yeah, some olives. I'm gonna give him olives. There you go. And then it goes and gives him the pizza. See what he does.
More toppings.
Does he like that? Okay, he didn't like that. I'm gonna give him a spicy Italiano. The spicy Italian. See if he eats that.
On that I don't like.
Okay, so he doesn't like that either. He's like a ill-tempered Groot. Oh, so when it goes to the left, he likes it, but then if he doesn't, it goes down in this ditch. Does he eat any of them? I'm gonna give him this Italian sausage. Look at all that sauce. That's like Epic Mealtime with the sauces. I always thought it was funny how he pronounced everything. Oh man, those kind of look good. There's no cheese on it. Oh, there's one with cheese.
More stuff.
Okay. I'm gonna try pie with everything on it too, but I want to see what if I do the singular flavors.
Something must go.
He's giving me the Italian elbows. It doesn't look like he likes it. But then he throws it over there. Oh no, he didn't like the cheese. Alright. I want to say he doesn't like olives. Dude. Oh wait, he definitely doesn't like that one. Oh! He hit her. That is abuse. I will not stand for that. Alright, what do we got here? This is a supreme pizza.
Jump on that I don't like.
Okay, so oh! Yeah, he killed her. Oh my gosh. He doesn't like a lot of toppings. Alright, well, that was that. I just wanted to try the game out. But anyway, hope you enjoyed it. You know, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Check out my Patreon. I think I mentioned that before, but hope you enjoyed this. I had fun visiting the past, but anyway, take care.